Commas. So many of you have such a hard time with commas. You have trouble figuring out where to put them, whether or not you should put them. So let's have a little bit of a refresher on where they go. A comma is used to indicate a brief pause between parts of a sentence. Commas have a wide variety of functions. Here are some of the most common uses. A comma before a coordinating conjunction that joins two independent clauses. So if you remember coordinating conjunctions, let me draw this box here. Those are our fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Make my box a little bit bigger so you can see them all at once. These are coordinating conjunctions. They will go to the museum, comma, then my fanboy, and then they will have dinner at a new restaurant. Use a comma after an introductory word, phrase, or clause. In case you've forgotten the difference between a phrase and a clause, a phrase does not have a subject and a predicate, but a clause does. Well, comma, I think it is too early for lunch. This is an introductory word because there's just the one before the comma. In the middle of the night, the snow began to fall. Introductory phrase. There's no noun here except for night. So there's no verb here. It was just in the middle of the night. When you leave the building, comma, turn out the lights. Introductory clause. We have a verb and a noun, someone who's doing something. And this all is our introductory clause. Use commas to separate three or more words, phrases, or clauses in a series. African gray parrots can sing, whistle, and talk. Words in a series. And you still need the comma before and your last whatever in a series. Denny sat down, grabbed the book, and opened it. Phrases in a series. Tom rode, comma, Sarah steered, comma, and Gina sang, period. Independent clauses in a series. We do not know where we were. Oops. We did not know where we were, where the camp was, or what time it was. Dependent clauses in a series. So now, let's all practice together, and our directions are to add commas where they are needed in the following sentences. So let's try this. You're going to click this tool right here, and I would like for you to let's use pink, so it's a color that stands out. And then we're going to use the pencil tool. Although he had trained hard for the bike race, Kyle came in third. Now I know I need a comma right here because although he had trained hard for the bike race, this is a conjunction. This is one of our awoobis words. And anytime you have a whole phrase together, you put a comma right afterwards. Awoobis words are known as comma causers. Number 2, I searched for the keys on the floor, under the table, and behind the chair. Well, this one's pretty easy. On the floor, comma, under the table, comma, and behind the chair. Good. Number 3. The backpack is large and bulky, but it is not very heavy. Now this one. These are 2 clauses right here. The backpack is large and bulky, but it is not very heavy. And this is also a fanboy. So these are really 2 independent clauses. These could both be sentences all by themselves. Yes, the forecast is calling for wind, rain, and hail. Whoa, they're trying to trick us on this one. So we need a comma after yes, because when you begin a sentence with either yes or no, you need a comma after that word. The forecast is calling for wind, comma, because I've got a series, rain, comma, and hail. All right, they tried to trick us, but we got it. Part B. The following paragraph contains mistakes in the use of commas. Edit the paragraph by adding commas where they are needed and crossing out unnecessary commas. Okay, so I want you to use 2 different colors. I want you to we'll continue using pink for the places that commas need to be, but then I want you to choose a different color for crossing out commas. For our vacation this summer, we went to Rockport Beach. For our vacation this summer. Now, I need a comma right there. We went to Rockport Beach. My sister and I enjoyed. Why do they have a comma there? Not necessary. So I'm going to change to green, a big old bright green. And I'm going to cross that out. My sister and I enjoyed the first day by swimming in the bay, flying. Okay, now we need to switch back. Swimming in the bay, comma, flying kites, comma, and digging for clams. After we learned about some nearby fishing spots, Mom took us out in the afternoon. Oh, too many commas, too many commas. We're going to cross that one out. Mom took us out in the afternoon to teach us the basics of casting and reeling. I think this one's took us out in the afternoon to teach us. No, we don't need that one. Well, the next morning, we need a comma there. If you start a sentence with things like, well, you need a comma. Well, the next morning, we caught 5 fish. We also did some bird watching. And one night, we all walked 2 miles to the pier. Well, I need a comma here because this is now a compound sentence. And here's my fanboy. And the comma goes before the fanboy. The lights were beautiful, the night was clear, and the sand felt cool and soft. Well, that's a series. So the lights were beautiful, comma, the night was clear, comma, and the sand felt cool and soft. Make sure you're doing all of this on your worksheet too, because you will be responsible for all of these answers. This is the part where I'm going to have you do some stuff on your own. For part A, on the line provided, identify the reason for the comma or commas in each sentence. Select one of the reasons given below. So either 2 independent clauses joined by a fanboy, an introductory phrase, words in a series, introductory word, introductory clause, or phrases in a series. You'll click in this box and you'll type your answer. If you don't remember what any of these mean, you should probably look it up. I do know you have examples all right here. And then I want you to put a check mark you're going to mark next to which one of these is punctuated, which one of these sentences is punctuated correctly. Hey, is your dog a Siberian Husky or an Alaskan Malamute? Or is B right? You're going to read the rest of these by yourself and answer the questions. On this part, on part C, where they ask you to add commas where they're needed, use your pencil tool again, right up here. Don't forget when you're done, click I'm done.